As it has done for the past several years, the Mohawk Council of Kahnawà announced its annual budget via a press conference with the local media present. This year's budget had its own set of challenges, and Grand Chief Mike Delisle tells us exactly what they are.
Well, today we presented the budget, annual 2013-2014 budget for the community on behalf of MCK. Pleased to announce that it's zero balanced once again. In my time here, it's been the most difficult. Hats off to all of the senior financial management and everyone within operations, not just the team leaders, to, I won't say make compromises, but be willing to sacrifice in terms of supplying services to community without limiting them.
That taken into account, again, I have to commend the efforts of everyone that did their best in internally looking at their level of programs and services and dug deep in terms of what they would minimally require in order to provide those services to our community. And we achieved that in this budget. But we have a way to go. There's no doubt about that. Times are challenging, and we fully anticipate that things may get tougher before they're going to get better.
It's becoming increasingly difficult. We've made a pledge no longer to dip into appropriated reserves. People in the past have had foresight to put money aside for rainy days. This community, this organization is no different. People 20 years ago or so did that. We've been doing the dipping into for the past several years. We're committed to no longer do that going forward. It cost the community about $750,000 this year in terms of what was appropriated to zero balance. We're going through several exercises this year to be able to assure communities, number one, services will not be affected to the greatest degree we can, as well as ensuring that whatever elements in the organizations that still exist in terms of duplication of services or anything along those lines will be addressed.
One of the areas I think that we're going to need to focus on as well, and it is indicated in the press release that you have in front of you today, is the increase that we have within the social assistance areas. And numerically, we're looking at within the last year an increase of almost 6% increase in terms of the client base, the people that are coming to SA and applying for and becoming eligible for benefits. And the trend that we were foreseeing right now is being forecast. It has to do in a directly relation to the economy. Whether that's the external economy or the internal economy within Kahnawà. And we need to look at that program and service and deem, again, what could we do in order to bring back in and or ensure that we are able to provide the necessary level of funding for those persons who are in need in times liking to this into the future.
We're in the third year of the multi-year funding agreement with the federal government. After that, anyone's bet is the next best guess in terms of what the budget for Kahnawà will be. We'll obviously fight vehemently for it, but like you said, in layman's terms, in the next 3 years, we could deplete what's in reserve right now for service to community. There are others there that we can't touch unless it's for specific purposes like social assistance, like housing, that are a little bit larger than what we're talking about. To give examples, some of the ones I'm talking about are school bus reserve. This year we chose to take a holiday because we don't need to replenish it this year, but over the next several years we need to replenish. The lifetime of a bus is 12 years maximum by law, and we need to replenish more than earlier than 12 years because we have a staggered fleet that are bought over a series of years. So that's one example. So in English, over the next 2 or 3 years are critical to either lower the costs or raise revenues. So we're trying to do that as well. We want to assure, again, service to communities provided, people are secure in their jobs as well, but that the best possible service is provided at the least possible cost. We've seen some initiatives lately like the duplication being eliminated at the transfer depot where household garbage will not be allowed to be deposited anymore. That's just one small example, saving the community maybe about $60,000. So some huge initiatives coming forward, but it's been extremely difficult this year.